Welcome back, everybody. It's time for our last game of today on Beyond the Summit 2. We've got our final match for the Chinese pre-qualifier between Dreamtime and CIS. As far as day 2 goes, there's 5 more best of 1 tomorrow. We'll see which 3 teams will advance to join LGD, Vici Gaming, IG, and Newbie in the main Chinese Asia Summit event. They'll also be joined by one of the Southeast Asian teams coming out of the inaugural. So the winner of that grand final tomorrow, Scythe, is going to be up against the winner of Titan Execration. We'll also join the Summit Asia to make up our 8 teams over there. But for now, got Chinese pre-qualifiers, CIS versus Dreamtime. I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit, and joining me once again for our last match of today is going to be Slesh. How are we, Slesh? Excited for our last game?
Yeah, I am. I hope we see a bit of a closer contest than the other 2 games because they've been rather one-sided. But we'll see how it goes. Dreamtime actually in the draft going for the same 2 picks as they did last time with Nature's Prophet as well as a Rubik pickup. CIS, on the other hand, going for Ancient Apparition as well as Shadow Shaman, one of the most popular support duos, really. Heavily popularized by Vici Gaming, but it's very, very effective. So we'll see how they deal with it. Invoker this time banned out.
These 2 picks are fairly flexible, the Rubik Nature's Prophet. Like last game, they went for that strong mid-game push, but you can always just go for a more standard hard carry. You don't have to go for that mid-game push if you don't want to. And against a more aggressive CIS lineup with an AA Shadow Shaman picked up early on, they may not be going for that once again. So we'll wait and see what they look to do here. AA Shadow Shaman, kind of the 2 most popular supports in the Chinese scene over the last 2 to 3 months. They've really risen to prominence as of late.
Oh yeah, we have the XDD Spectre once again. So.
Oh yeah, he loves this hero.
Yeah, and Visage as well. I think certainly the hero that DT Super plays the most out of all heroes, and he's a very, very good micro player. So
yeah,
a bit underrated, of course. I mean, it's hard to be recognized if you're playing in this against the likes of FY, Fenrir, and like Chuan and Lam, MMY, all those kind of top tier support players. But he's a very, very good Visage player indeed. And we do see the Naga Siren being picked up by Black.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I know that he's not been particularly happy with the performance of his team in the last game against what was it again? It was
they lost to NE, was it?
Yeah, exactly. They lost to NE.
Oh no, they lost to NE yesterday, and today they lost to I've already forgotten.
It's kind of confusing,
they lost. Yeah, they lost to they're versing DT now. Who actually won earlier today? Was it Tong Fu?
No, it was not Tong Fu. Pretty sure it was not.
I'm not very good at this, Slash.
God, this is embarrassing.
It was HGT. HGT.
It was HGT, exactly. Yeah.
I was about to say, like, there's only 6 teams. I know the 6 teams. Like, who else could it be?
Yeah. No, indeed. Yeah, they lost to HGT's Lycans. So
yeah.
I know that Black was really not happy with the performance of his team. Maybe actually he plays Naga Siren himself and goes mid with it in order to, kind of solo carry the whole game. But we'll see how it goes, really. Puck, once again, been picked up by DT. I think Erster hasn't had enough of the hero. So, I mean, just continue with it.
I like that he's not...
Practice doesn't hurt.
As much as DT like their Razor and have some success with Razor, I think Razor is a very niche pick, and it's only every now and then against some drafts that's good. And against a Naga Siren, I feel Razor's never going to be a good idea. It doesn't deal with split push in any way or fashion, so I don't think you want to be picking Razor against a Naga Siren.
Today they lost with the Razor pick against NE's Naga Siren, so I suppose they're not going to repeat history here. So depending on the last pick, Naga could go mid, which has been very popular doing Star Ladder. They could, of course, still run it as a safe and carry. It's still very, very strong. So we'll see how it goes depending on the pick. I mean, Naga Siren against Puck, I think Naga is going to be fairly comfortable with it.
Yeah,
though. It's pretty good. You can't really Slark. Okay.
I think Slark's safe lane here is my guess.
Yeah, well, now that we are seeing that Black's picking up the Naga, I should think so. Yeah, I think he's gonna go take them Naga mid.
I think Naga against Puck is one of the better matchups for Naga, because Puck doesn't really zone out Naga that much. It's kind of like the Puck versus Dragon Knight. It's one of those matchups which Dragon Knight does just fine, and you Bottle Crow, you have plenty of HP regen, and you highlighted it last game. Puck doesn't have that much killing power on his own. He needs that extra hero or 2 to rotate in if you want to try and get kills.
Yeah. Is that actually, I'm just checking the nickname of the Clockwork. Is that June on the Clockwork?
It should be.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. It's June on the
Yeah.
clockwork because he normally plays a carry role, but this time he's picking up the clockwork. So
Yeah,
it's a bit
because
unusual. Maybe he just doesn't feel comfortable playing on the Slack, or I don't know. Maybe his inflame not comfortable on the clockwork. Who knows?
all right, we'll see what's going to come out here. We'll introduce our two teams quickly before we get things underway. CIS on the Radiant side, looking to get a much-needed win here. I don't think they're doing too well in the. Let me try. I'm trying to get up the standings right now, as just to get a recap of where we are. But I'm pretty sure CIS not doing as well as they'd like to be doing. But they're going to see June playing the offlane Clockwork, and the mid lane's going to be Naga Siren being played by Black. The tri lane's going to be Ayo on the Shadow Shaman, Demons on the Ancient Apparition, and finally Inflame playing the farming Slark. Then over on the Dire side, it'll be Team Dreamtime. In July on the Nature's Prophet in the offlane, we've got Air on the Solar Mid Puck, and the tri lane's going to be the Super Visage, Dreamy U on the Rubik, and finally XDD playing the Spectre.
Yeah, I think it's a draft that DT is just very comfortable playing. It's very very typical DT draft. They they like those type of heroes. So they always kind of secure late game just in case, which is a good thing. And like if they can get an early advantage, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, Air normally doesn't play the sort of popular farming mid heroes. He always tends to play the utility type heroes. He never really plays. I mean, he does play TA occasionally, but no, he's not exactly an Ember Spirit player or anything along those lines, or an OD. I never really see him play OD either. So yeah, I'm running a safe lane Slark. I don't think Slark is gonna have too much trouble even soloing against that Invoker. So maybe we'll actually see some pressure being applied there. AO actually level 1 Ether Shock, so just shocks down Air, and I don't know, maybe he tries to help Black a little bit, but I don't think Naga's gonna have too much trouble against that Puck.
It seems it was just one point of casual harass. Black, you don't really want to take his experience either, so he leaves an illusion mid.
Oh, leash on the bot lane there. Injury could actually go down there. I think that's first blood.
Yeah, AA will get the last hit. The kill secure's there, and that was just two heroes getting the kill. They didn't even have the Shadow Shaman. And I think he thought he was safe because Shadow Shaman was mid. Meanwhile, top lane Clockwork taking a lot of damage here. Spectre does not want to chase. He'll get hit by the cogs bouncing around. Clockwork with the nice little special new cogs, although I don't really like the looks of the cogs cosmetic, but hey.
Yeah, it's
can't like them all.
Weird. I still think the default cogs are clearer to see, but Ayo is actually just hanging around in the mid lane, clarity up, and whenever he has it, he just goes for the Ether Shock on Air.
He's not even leeching XP. He Ether Shocks and then he runs away. Gets out of XP range. He's like, look, I'm not taking your XP, Black. Let me get away from here. He was in XP range for that one accidentally. Or at least it looked accidentally.
Yeah. Well, Black should have a good time. I mean, Puck can't really phase shift dodge the Riptide because it's instant, so can't really do that. No. And Puck doesn't have the damage to really harass Naga starting out of lane, especially once the bottle comes up.
Yep.
And Naga should also have the superior rune control with the illusion scouting one lane and probably the support and the off lanes.
Yeah.
Well, like it's June on the Clockwork.
At the same time, we don't actually see mid heroes go for runes as much. Like a hero like Naga mid often just bottle crows because time spent getting runes is time spent not in the lane theoretically. Although he can push out the lane, go for runes, which it looks like he's going to do. Ayo secures it. It'll be an invis room waiting for him, and he's not going to miss too much. Maybe he misses like one creep because of this, maybe two.
Yeah. Thing is, though, Ayo is still, because he's applying pressure mid, and he's not really keeping Air down, though, and he's still level 1. So
yeah,
I do not know. Like, they didn't even block the pull camp, so not quite sure if that's such a good investment, really, letting the Shadow Shaman constantly just harass the Puck.
Yeah.
Because Black's doing totally fine in mid lane.
Puck did get a fairly slow bottle though. Like Air only just now got his bottle out, which is I guess slower than normal.
But he did go for the Null Talisman, and unlike Black, who just instantly rushed the bottle with 2 branches. So it's a bit different. It's a bit different, of course.
Yeah.
Well, as expected, XCD leading the CS charts there with 15. Well, not now.
Behind Black. Black's up there.
Black just, he should have some complete free farm though, as well as the slug. So.
Now we see the Shadow Shaman pulling, so he's going to probably look for double, triple pull off of this, and this is going to be much needed XP and farm. It is with a siege creep, so if you wanted to push, it's with the siege creep, but I think he just wants to go for a double or triple pull, because he needs the farm more than they need a push, and Slark, not the best pushing farmer as well. No Bassy Ring. I don't think we'll see them go for a fast tier 1 tower here. No, he went for the single pull. Looks like they do want to go for the tower push with the siege creep.
Yeah. The thing is, in July actually went back to the jungle at that time, and he is still level 1. So he doesn't actually have a TP to even come and do anything about it.
Okay. Yeah, they're not actually. Well, they smoke up, so I'm surprised CIS try and do this. Like, they had, to me, the better options is either you go for the double triple pull or you go for a push, but they're going to smoke instead. And Prophet's not even bottom, like you said. There's no point in TP just yet. He may get it off of this neutral camp and TP bottom to defend against this push, which is where they can theoretically get a kill off of it.
Yeah, if he does TP, he's dead.
Yeah.
Very little he can do.
He's TPing down there. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, you're dead. Oh, well, if he's just pulling with the summons, but if he just moves forward a little bit, then... Yeah, he's doing a good job just scouting with the summons, I suppose. But,
hey, they go looking for him in the trees, they're not going to find him, and like you say, he does a good job not getting caught out there.
Just sending in the summons, it's absolutely the correct decision, but that basically means the tower's still going to fall.
Yeah. Oh, he gets the creep wave off. No, towers... I don't think the tower's going down. The creep wave's gone.
Actually, I'm kind of surprised that he managed to completely pull the whole creep wave and still survive to tell the tale, but that's some good offlane play. That's very, very good.
Meanwhile, Dreamtime have rotated their 2 supports mid. Looks like they know Black's farming on. They want to try and shut him down. Black's just stacking some neutrals, though. See if he gets too aggressive here and maybe does get punished for it. He will move forward now. The smoke's worn off, but there's no observer ward scanning them out. Black now going to get Dream Coil. That's a level 6 puck. They're going in for this kill. Black going to break the coil. He felt like he had to run. He's going to be brought down. There was no way out of that one.
Yeah.
I don't think...
Good smoke up, yeah.
Nothing Black can really do there. I think you've got to... I mean, you're a Naga. You've got to farm, so... Unless you've got a perfect read on the support's movement around the map, you're going to most likely die there.
He's blind. He's completely blind on the movements of the supports. They have no idea where they are. So
they're going to go in top lane now. This is going to be a dead Clockwork. There's no mana for a soul something, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, completely. There was absolutely 0 chance of him surviving that. I don't know why he actually came in the lane, but...
Spectre got low. One more tower hit would have killed him off, but he had the salve there anyway, so... he'll be fine to stay in this lane. He can even get pulled the Tango from Super.
Yeah. The pressure is, I think, on CIS.
Oh yeah, with Spectre farming this well?
Yeah, Spectre getting a kill, farm, completely free farm, and Slark just doesn't really outcarry Spectre late game. I mean, Naga, suppose, if Naga is really, really fat, plus Slark, but then again, they still have the split push power of the Prophet, so... it's very difficult to say who has the upper edge in the complete endgame status, but if Spectre gets a fast Radiance, which I expect him to do, he's probably going to get a faster Radiance than the Naga, really, so...
Yeah, it depends if he stops off like for a Vanguard or a Drums or something, which he might do if he wants to get aggressive, but he looks like he will get the Vanguard.
And there's another coil DD rule on the puck, and
wow. 2 kills in a row on this Naga. At this rate, definitely we're looking at a faster Radiance for Spectre. Spectre even dropping the ultimate, not going to be needed for the kill. But Spectre going for a Vanguard, probably just a Vanguard Radiance build.
Yeah, it's
safe.
the ultra classic build. It's like the really old school Spectre build.
Yeah. We're seeing it come back a bit. The Drums build was popular for a while, but I haven't seen Drum Spectre all that much lately. So.
It's overall just Vanguard with the Ring of Frost just gives you some good sustain. For example, if you just had face with Drums and Clockwork just keeps harassing you with rockets, at some point you have to leave the lane or throw yourself over. So that's the advantage, of course, with the Vanguard.
Yep.
So he's spending all his gold to complete a Magic Wand as well. So
yeah, Clock needs to be a bit careful in this top lane. Yeah, the Magic Wand coming out. The one helps just sustain his mana pool. Like that's the one thing the Vanguard doesn't give him. And against the Clockwork, who can cogs burn you. I think XCD, with a Vanguard, he's not going to just sit top farming. He'll actually haunt and try and take part in kills. Like we saw the haunt mid to try and get involved for the Naga Siren kill. It wasn't needed, but if it was needed, he was there ready to go. Black's going to get a lot of farm though. He's just found himself a nice big neutral
spot. Top lane Clock.
Oh wow.
He's probably going to lift it. He's probably going to die, yeah.
He's only level 4, so...
Yeah.
And Visage getting all of these, well, getting a couple of kills. This means we're going to be looking at a fast medallion on him, it looks like. He's picked up the Sage's Mask, so... with the medallion, with the Prophet, they can even be thinking about like a 15-minute Roshan or something if they want to.
The advantage also, like, Visage has been participating in all of the kills, really. He's 2, 0, and 2, which means he's still level 5, the same level as the pulling Rubik, basically. So both of them are going to hit 6 soon, and then when that happens, the advantage that DT has is just going to increase. Bot lane, we have a dive there.
He's going to pay for this with his life? Has Puck got anything?
I think he's going to die, yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty bad,
not worth
actually.
it. He goes diving for the Nature's Prophet, and yeah, Puck shows up as a counter kill.
Once again, good. Puck is just such a good counter gank hero. Like if
Yeah.
you dive the tower against a Puck, you can you can. It's you most of the time you pay with your life. You just get dream code under the tower and you die. It's very little you can do. Like you stay, you die, you run, you still die. So very little.
And
choice.
Puck's got a blink dagger now, so Air's got the perfect items for his counter initiation. Not just the blink, but he's hit level 9, so he's almost got his max waning rift, where Puck gets really strong at that level 10, where he has waning rift and illusionary orb maxed out. That's where his damage output's really scary.
Top lane, yeah, Visage just hit level 6, so he needs to be very careful.
This is fast level 6 on both the Dreamtime supports. Radiant support's not doing too bad as well. Like, Shadow Shaman's caught up, hit level 5. The AA is a bit under-leveled, but like I would say CIS supports are like good levels, but DT supports are just over-leveled because of all the kills they're getting.
Mm. And there's always the threat of the Haunt just coming in. You know, it's like Puck, Blink, Coil, and Spectre Haunts in.
Black's so scared he's only farming jungle. Like, he won't even go to lane much anymore because of just how timid he feels he needs to play.
Yeah. And we have a smoke up once again. They're probably gonna find the Shadow Shaman. Oh, goodbye.
Yeah,
You're
they'd rather.
dead.
I think they'd rather find their core hero.
He's got
but
Blink. He's got Blink. He's dead. What the hell?
he was looking for more. He was looking for this AA, and XCD finds the AA. They get both. You know, he knew that was going to be a kill, so he thought he'd use the orb forward to try to find some other heroes. In Flame shows up, forces Shadow Dance. The orb not going to land, unfortunately. Air, man. This guy misses spells left, right, and center. This Dream Coil will not miss. Dark Pact plus Coil, nicely played, but he's still going to go down regardless. Puck finishing him off there. Air's playing really well this game.
Yeah, DT is not even making the big plays, but they're just at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And just, they get an advantage because of it.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Pug misses 2 orbs that fight. Like, one was like on a Slark who was Shadow Dance, so sure it's really tricky. And the first one was, on the Shadow
first
Shaman.
one was on the Shadow Shaman, was like right next to him, so it was kind of
Well,
weird.
I think it was actually quite a clever orb because he knew Shadow Shaman was dead regardless, so he's trying to use his orb to scout ahead to try find other kills. Although Spectre Haunt does give him the vision.
Definitely first Blink silenced him.
Yeah. And it's a Shadow Shaman who's level 5. What's he gonna do? I guess he can hex you. I don't know.
Hex you, yeah.
You've got 4 heroes there. You got 3-4 heroes.
But the problem is Slark has already died 2 times, and he's going for Face Boots drums.
Yeah,
so in early fighting build, he's not even going greedy, so...
I don't like the Face
Spectre
Boots too
has a
much.
huge
I much
advantage.
prefer the Treads.
Yeah, same. Like, you still reach max movement speed with just Power Treads drums plus Yasha, for example, so...
Yeah.
You don't really need the Face Boots that much, and Slark is just happy for every single HP point he gets in the early game.
Yeah. Well, we'll see him at the mid lane. He's at level 9 now. AA still looking for that magic level 6 where Ice Blast comes online, and DT are looking so good here. Naga Siren, where's the Radiance watch at? Black's on 2.6k gold, so he likely still gets Radiance, maybe a bit before the Spectre, but that's the Spectre with Phase Vanguard, who's going to be involved in a lot more kills, and Naga needs more than just Radiance. So CIS aren't out of this, but it's going to come entirely down to Black's Naga Siren.
The thing is, if Black doesn't micro his illusions properly, it's just, you know, Waning Rift plus Illusory Orb and all the illusions are dead.
Yeah.
So, because he's not going for any stat items right now, so... Medallion is up on the Visage, so... And he still has quite... Yeah, he's got 800 gold to spare. It's overall just DT once again have the early game advantage, despite having a late game heavy lineup, which is just really, really scary.
Yeah, you're leading by this much, and you've got a Spectre and a Nature's Prophet. And some supports that scale well, like Visage and Rubik, good late game supports. You get the triple familiars, you get Rubik who can steal spells in the late game, and it's going to get tricky for CIS. Very
Korea! Are they going to get Korea? Never mind.
It's just on the tree line there.
They just want to get Black.
Oh, and they don't see him.
Do
they see him now?
But they do need... Where's Puck? Yeah, Puck
so...
actually needs to stand in the front to actually try to get the kill, but I suppose it's too risky.
It's a big dive. That's one of those plays where like they're leading the entire game until now, and if they die for that kill and he somehow gets off a song...
Black, he doesn't know the ward's there.
There's your Blink Silence. The Orb is there as well. They'll burst him down and get out. Spectre even ulting for that one, just to make sure. I like the Spectre ulti because it gives vision, not so much for the kill on the Naga Siren, but to make sure they know where Clockwork is. It can theoretically block a Clockwork hook shot, so the Haunt's actually really nice to use there, even though it wasn't needed.
Yeah, it's actually smoke up. They want to fight this, but they know the Spectre Haunts and Corners, so Spectre can't come in, but still, I do not know if they can win it.
Fighting into Visage here, they need to burst down super, I feel. His Soul sometimes misses the pounce. Bad start here. Super still may go down. The Ice Blast is on point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pounce out from Dreamer U. Gets a kill with a Fade Bolt. Nicely played. Dreamer U's still alive. He steals Sapan's Puck, gonna get a second kill for his team on the Ancient Apparition, and Clockwork and Slark need to be careful. They need to get the hell out of here. Slark still going for this Rubik. Rubik pounces away again.
Nice pounce.
Oh, he's gonna go down though. Rubik played that fight. Dreamer U played that fight so well.
Yeah. That was really well done. It was a 4-on-4 fight, and Puck had Dream Coil on cooldown, Spectre didn't have Horn, so they still made the best out of it, really. It was pretty good. Of course, Slark got, I think, yeah, he got 1 kill and 1 assist, but no matter.
Spectre taking a bit of damage at top lane. I think he can fight this Slark, though. Drum's gonna be used here. Slark doesn't... Oh, actually gonna get the kill.
Why are you not using your magic wand again? He's got 6 charges.
And he could have ran sooner. He actually hung around and fought for like a second longer than he needed to. Puck's gonna show up top, and I don't think he's getting this kill on Slark. Slark is going back home.
That was weird. You could just magic wand. I think he would have won the man fight even if he popped it.
He would have
He's
been...
got level 4 Desolate, so...
Yeah. Would have been close at least. So the other option was you just straight up run from the get-go, but he did not opt to run. He tried to fight, then changed his mind, and then it was too late to get out of there.
Yeah, Brasa was being dropped in the mid lane, so that's an easy tier 1 tower. I don't know if Super is gonna try to deny it with his familiars, but...
Proper TP's in. Looks like they do want to try and fight. Dream Call from the back end. Air's come in and gonna bring down the Ancient Apparition. They'll lose the tower to the Shadow Shaman ward. Get a kill out of it. We'll clear up the wards as well, so it's worth using that initiation. Meanwhile, Nagasaran dives to his solo Spectre. Spectre haunted in and killed the Naga. Naga had sleep as well. Maybe didn't have the mana for it. I don't know what it was, but Black gets caught out in the jungle.
Yeah, he was out of mana. He was completely out of mana. So once again, it's a problem if you try to rush a Radiance on the Naga. It's just you're so squishy for the first, well, until you really.
Yeah.
Even when you have it, you're still squishy.
0-4 has not been able to do too much this game. Clockwork immediate hookshot and catches 3 in the cog. That's big. The Dark Pact to follow. There's no heals, no mechs or anything on this dire side right now. Dreamy U just trying to fight his way out of this one. Super gets 1 more Soul Assumption off, but they've lost 2. Rubik as well as the Visage both going down to the Shadow Shaman. There's an attempted TP out and no luck, no bueno.
And Puck actually is he gonna... Okay, yeah. I was just gonna say you probably should.
That was a good fight. That was a really nice engagement. Clockwork sets things up with a TP insta hook.
Yeah.
They really needed that too.
Time.
Illusion.
It's Black is just essentially just playing his own game. He's 0-4-0. He's not participated in any of the kills. He's just doing his own thing. He's just farming.
He's still gonna have Radiance around the 20-minute mark, I'd say, which is still good enough. Especially considering XDD, that 1 death on him is actually going to slow down his Radiance quite a lot. His Radiance is going to be even slower. So I'd say CIS not out of this just yet. This Puck, though's controlling the tempo of this game. That's the big worry. I wouldn't worry about the Spectre. I'd worry about this Puck just getting kill after kill for DT. At least in the short term.
He's going Dagon again.
Yeah. Against this, I mean, this burst damage against the Slark's okay. Slark is building fairly tanky. But against Shadow Shaman AA, he can blow up and insta-kill Shadow Shaman or AA with a blink in.
Yeah, as I said, I completely agree with this choice. It's like they have enough lockdown as it is. They don't really need the hex or anything. So, and they don't really need any defensive items either.
Dire's bottom tower has
So are they gonna catch Black again? He's on the left side.
No, he's got no mana again.
Black! Link silence.
Yeah. There's rotations coming from Clockwork. He's got a hookshot. Did Spectre actually haunt in? No, Spectre stayed top. Spectre and Prophet at top lane. Dreamy U may just go down here. Caught out in the cogs. No 4-staff, no pounce for him. Actually, Clockwork gonna get blown to pieces. Rubik and Visage just team up with the Medallion. He's so squishy. And now a TP out from Super. I think he's gonna get out. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Like Dreamy U is just in no man's land, but he's probably gonna TP out as well. Why isn't he TPing again?
Familiars can cover him. There's the TP. Okay, he'll make it out.
I don't know why he stuck around. Like all of his teams were already gone.
And Spectre gets a tower. That's huge for DT. That's his relic, and he beats Black to okay, they both get relic at the same time, basically.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
It's a relic on, but of course he still has a Vanguard to spare. Leap in there for an Inflame once again, but
he got 1 solo kill. He's thinking maybe I can get another, but
not very likely. But hey, good effort.
Yeah. And Puck, there's your Dagon.
Puck is so fat right now. He's 6-0 and 6, and he's got Boots of Travel, Blink Dagger, Dagon. He can just do what he wants. If
More farm than the Spectre. He's got higher net worth. He's gone top lane with an Invis rune, so he's going to proc that and look to just cover the Spectre's ass as far as his farm goes. And
there's a sentry ward on top lane, so
yeah.
you might get seen when he pops up, but all the heroes from CIS are actually leaving the lane, so he's probably not going to find anybody there.
Well, Slark going to walk into a tree in here, which reveals his position at least. I like the micro coming out from In July, just sending those treants across the map, all over the place, just to get any information, any vision you can. And Air, he's found in Flame, but he can't get this kill on his own. He needs, maybe with the Familiars he can. Slark is pretty tanky on 1300 HP, and he's going to see Clockworksing behind, so he's going to be worried about a potential hook shot. Oh, but Slark is pushing up deep.
If he sees the AA is dead.
Yeah.
And
like you said, gets hooked up here, maybe in trouble. He's got no orb. He's going to Dream Call this. He may just go down in return. Spectre going to come in to try help him out. Is there a reality? It looks like he will get the Shadow Shaman. Air gets an orb off. Still goes down to the Serpent Wards, but it's a 3-4 for 1 all of a sudden. Dreamy U showing up at the right time. Double kill for XDD on the Spectre, and he's got Radiance. He can farm up these Serpent Wards if he wants. That's really ugly for CIS, that fight.
This is terrible. Once again, like Puck just basically walks into the middle of 4 heroes, kills one, nearly gets out, but Spectre comes in with the horn. The power of the Spectre once again showing itself, just comes in and cleans up. Yep. And with the medallion on the Visage, they're trying to go for Roshan right now.
Oh man,
Not quite sure if they have the damage completely to kill
They
him,
need
but...
Prophet to TP him with Treants, which are on cooldown right now. So.
But they're gonna do it. Yeah, they're fine. And CIS is in absolutely no position to do anything.
Yeah. They'll get this. Won't be the fastest Roche. It'll get scouted out. But Ice Blast on cooldown as well. So if they had an Ice Blast, maybe they could... Actually, an Ice Blast would completely ruin Dreamy U and possibly Spectre's day, but it's too late. Another Rocket Flare comes in, but Roshan's already gone.
Fallen to the dire.
And yeah, Aegis being picked up by Spectre. It's so scary. A Dreamy U just narrowly dodges the Ice Blast.
Close.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And Naga has Radiance now, so 21 minute Radiance. This is going to be a slow and tough comeback if CIS do manage to make one.
Yeah. Naga is still not able to fight, really. You can split push with the Naga right now with the illusions and try to just keep the lanes pushed out, I suppose. But like head-on fights, they have no chance. Absolutely no chance.
Well, In July is working on that Necrobook, and I feel like, sure, Blackstone is Radiance, but they're going to work on ending this game, or at least taking these tier 2 towers while they've got this Aegis. Because as long as they've got Aegis, I'll have a Necro 3 soon on Nature's Prophet. I think tier 2 towers should just be able to drop like one by one fairly methodically if DT want to take that approach.
Yeah, right now is they cannot really initiate on the Spectre. Like, we see 4 heroes grouped up, they really don't want to try to kill him. But they are?
What? He's got Aegis?
I don't know if that's good.
Where's the TPs?
Aegis Vanguard.
They need the Puck or someone to show up here. No TPs just yet.
Why are there no TPs coming? Like, I'm completely confused now.
Puck has... Oh, Boots of Travel's on cooldown, unfortunately, but Spectre going to haunt and TP out from Demons. Is he going to reality into this one? Both Inflame and Clockwork both getting low. Looks like he's not going to fight.
That was very questionable, though. I think they should have... Well, did the supports not have any TPs? They do have TPs.
Visage was on cooldown. Rubik... His was up now. I don't know if it was up when the gank started, but Puck's was on cooldown was the big cooldown. They need Puck showing up with a Dream Coil to turn that fight around.
They just lost an Aegis for nothing. That is actually quite bad. I mean, Spectre is...
Yeah, it's one of those random things they just don't expect to happen. They're probably saying, okay, Spectre, you solo farm top because why would CIS gank a Spectre? Like, that to me was suicidal from CIS. They just got lucky that they didn't get punished. Like, that to me was such a random play that DT didn't expect it because it was kind of... I honestly think that was stupid from CIS. They were lucky they didn't get team wiped.
Yeah, it was very lucky. If Puck has Boots of Travel up, he just TPs in, coil on 4 people, and they all die.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing you can do about it. So
I think from DT's perspective, like, okay, they wasted the Aegis, but that shouldn't have happened. Like, that was just kind of... you can't accommodate for your opponent's random play, I guess.
Yeah. And they're grouping out on top lane once again, but this time I think all the cooldowns on TPs are up, so... I'm not quite sure if they're gonna try to defend it. Looks like not. They're just gonna give up the tower.
Yeah, well, actually, Prophet TP's in with Necro 3. Naga Siren's TPing home because completely out of mana. So tier 1 will be defended.
Oh, that damage! Inflame just from full HP instantly to 400 with Prophet ulti bouncing in, him killing a Necro unit.
Yeah, he's healed up though. He can re-engage if he wants to, and In July has to play fairly cautious here. Oh, it's a hookshot. Dreamy U hasn't got his 4-star. He can buy. He's got the telekinesis. Dreamy U, is there an escape for this? He may just get out. Yeah, his teammates show up, and there's your dream call from the Puck catching out too. Burst damage goes down to the Shadow Shaman.
Get zapped, yeah. Pretty sad.
Well,
It's such a frustrating game to play as a Shadow Shaman, though. Just if you see the Puck, you just have to run. There's nothing else to do.
Even for Clockwork, like that's to me is like the right time to go in for a hookshot, but there's just no follow-up damage.
Yeah, they're trading the tier 1 at least on the top lane, but that tower would just fall anyway at some point.
Small victories. It's not a very important strategic tower. And Dreamtime will get the tier 2 tower. The Radiant Spectre now up to 2.7k gold with that tower kill. You got Visage with a mech medallion. He'll probably start working on an Aghanim Scepter. Rubik's up to 1500 gold, can buy his 4 stuff. So items galore for Dreamtime now.
Yeah, Puck's actually upgrading Dagon. I'm wondering if he actually goes Dagon 3 now as well. He's got the gold.
Alternatively, you get the Hex at some point, but do they desperately need a Hex, do you think?
Not really, not at this stage of the game. You can just keep on solo killing people with Dagon.
Yeah.
There's very little they can do to punish it, really. Because the 2 heroes, they really need the Shadow Shaman to lock him down. But if he goes on the Shaman every time, then goodbye. Very little you can do. He's managed to farm up a mech and is going for 4-star, but still, it's the burst that's coming out from the Puck is currently too strong. As well as just random Spectre Horns, and you're gone.
Yeah, these Spectre Haunts get everyone so low, and that's where it gives Puck vision for blink-ins and for finishing off these heroes. So it's really scary for any of these heroes. And now Naga, I think, in trouble. Blink silence, doesn't get off the illusion. And there's your blink in with the telekinesis, and down will go Black.
That's just such good play. That's such good play from Dreamy U as well. Hookshot on
I don't think he wants to fight this. Spectre will haunt in, and that's going to be possibly the death of the Clockwork. If Spectre can get a dagger off, he does do so, goes forward. Shadow Shaman trapped in a Sprout, and Shadow Shaman will go down as well as the Clockwork on the side. The Radiant Spectre finished him off. Serpentwood should just get cleaned up. In Flames trying to fight. He's been silenced up. Pops a BKB now. Shadow Dance as well. He needs to just run. Spectre's just going to trail him. Oh, the Sprout.
That Sprout.
Oh. I think they would have struggled to get the kill anyways. And Serpentwood stolen by Rubik. This is Rax's. Buyback from the Clockwork. Naga has no buyback. Shaman has no buyback, and there's no blitz.
If they do, I don't think they can do anything about it. There's too much momentum going that way.
Ice
Lark
Blast.
has to be really careful. He doesn't have BKB. He doesn't have his ulti.
Yeah. Ice Blast does catch a lot of these heroes
Rax.
fairly nice, but yeah, free melee Rax. It looks like they're going to back off, not even go for the ranged Rax. He's trolling his teammate with the Clockwork. He opens up the pathway, but Super's like, dude, don't scare me like that. Puck goes Dagon 4. Oh my god.
Oh god. It's just Shaman. You see Shaman or you see Ancient Apparition, you just kill him.
Look at Black. He picks up a casual Gauntlet of Strength. I think he's gonna pick up a Drums. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go Drums. Like Drums is actually a really good item on Naga because of the movement speed buff you get for the illusions as well. So it's like we saw Burning do it a few times as well, just going for fairly late Drums.
Yeah.
It's not a bad item at all.
No,
it's pretty good.
Agree. And he just needs anything to tank up. Drums gives you some HP. He may pick up a casual Vitality booster as well for some HP if he's going pure survivability. But for now, XDD not only has a Vitality booster, but a Diffusal Blade.
He's so fat. I think, yeah, they get the next Aegis and Spectre goes 1v5, really.
Yeah. By then, he'll probably have a Heart of Tarask almost. So.
Probably. In Flame, what you doing, son?
Oh.
It's not your woods anymore. It's just
he's trying to make it his woods with this gem. He's trying to get some map control for his team, but the problem is there's also gem on air, so the dewarding's going both ways right now. As Rubik
needs to be really careful. Like Rubik can just 4-star lift him, and
Rubik stole Pounce as well.
Yeah,
it's not a bad spell to have as far as initiation and escapes goes.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So tier 2, and I think they're just going to try to get the tier 3. They've got the Necro Book and the Familiars, so they've got good actual creeps to tank it up and do damage, and XDD has Haunt ready to go. Picks up an Illusion Rune so he can send some illusions to push out top and just have his hero Haunt into the fight.
Yeah. And yeah, Black is still split. Well, he's actually TPing back now, so completes the Drums.
You can't even use the song to set up a fight, really, is the other big problem. Like, not like you got any sort of a big team fight wombo combo here.
Suppose with the Clockwork cogs, you can just walk in cog and then A ultimate flies in, but
there's
still.
4 stars. There's what, at least 1 4-star? Okay, just the one, but
one? Yeah, it's just one, but Spectre is too tanky though. They are not going to kill the Spectre anytime soon. It's very difficult to kill the Spectre. He's really, really fat, and the puck is such a nuisance.
Yep.
Is that Dagon 5 coming on the courier?
I believe it would be.
Yeah, that's Dagon 5. So, like minute 30, well, it's not even minute 30, you know, minute 28, 29, Dagon 5 on puck. On any hero really at the stage of the game, Dagon 5 is just so strong.
It's brutal.
Especially with the cooldown. It's just 15-second cooldown, and you just throw down 800 damage nukes all around.
Shadow Shaman's still sitting on sub 1
probably,
HP.
Black is probably gonna die now if he continues to lane. It's just Puck and solo him at this point.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I always said like Puck doesn't really have that much damage, but this is why you really go Dagon. You just compensate for it. You have great mobility. You have really good lockdown, the Dream Coil, and yeah. Now you have the damage with the Dagon, really, Dagon 5 even, so...
Slack
you can just casually you can just Dagon whenever it's on cooldown just to harass people.
Yeah, Slack runs... I guess Slack's not ideal because he can just go to the high ground and heal up using his passive regen, but any other hero for sure, you just spam Dagon without initiating, just for the harass.
It's not even that much mana, it's 100 mana cost for 800 damage.
Puck's got more than enough mana pool to sustain it. And... well...
I think they can actually just make a go on Inflame, just force him to use ultimate and then go high ground.
Or even
not
force a
necessarily try to kill
BKB.
him.
If you blink silence, you force the BKB, so... The Roshan is respawning in 30 seconds, and that looks to be what they're waiting for.
Yeah, but no rush. No rush at all. It's just... they still have a Spectre.
Their late game is just as scary, if not scarier. It's not like Nagasiren's close to farm on the Spectre. If Nagasiren was out farming Spectre, you'd be thinking... you'd be a little concerned, but as things stand now, no concern at all. And they're going to force Inflame. Gets him very... He Dark Packs the Silence, so he doesn't actually have to use his BKB, but he barely stays alive to that combo at bottom lane.
Yeah. Now he doesn't have his ultimate for another minute or so, but
that should be okay.
apparently DT, they are just waiting for Roshan, as it seems.
There we go. Respawns, and they should be headed there, probably just as soon as they push out this creep wave bottom. Spectre... just using the time to farm up the Heart of Tarask as well. So that's the other reason I think they're in no rush. I think they feel like their big timing's going to come when the Heart's up on Spectre, because at that point Spectre is, I would say, unkillable.
The sad thing is just Naga can't even split push that well against Spectre. It just doesn't happen because Spectre stays on the lane and can still hold into the fight.
And even the Puck with Boots of Travel plus Dagon 5, you just straight up solo kill Black if he's trying to split push lanes. Like, in theory, you just have your illusions pushing out the lanes, but the hero as well. The illusions get cleared off. You want your hero somewhere in these side lanes pushing out.
Yeah, AOT coming in, but it's already too late.
Spectre's come, I think, just to grab the agent.
Okay. Quite of a ballsy move there. DT didn't go in it because they didn't know who was still behind him.
Yep, he's going to de-ward here, but before pouncing out, so... Small victories for CIS. Bit of map control.
You try to get everything you can at this stage of the game, but...
They got top tier 2 tower now being pressured a little bit, so this is actually a nice job by CIS as far as pushing out lanes go. Getting as aggressive as they can without giving away any kills. And without actually being that aggressive.
You're seeing Black near just closing in on 300 CS, and he's still 0-6-0.
Yeah. Not a single kill contribution. Not that you expect. That's not Naga's job.
He's just playing his own game. He's just playing his own game. It's not necessarily wrong on Naga, so can't really fault him for it.
Down Raxus though, and now this bottom lane in trouble. DT Air goes in, almost kills Demons with the Dagon. And they're going to get the kill.
Dagon. He didn't hit anything else.
Oh man,
he just
Slack, Slack goes down without popping his BKB. Serpent Wards get stolen again. Serpent Wards on Serpent Wards here. They're trying to be cleared out. Ayo taking a ton of damage here. Slack going to buy back. The song's being used to try and set things up.
They're going
to catch up both supports and the cogs. Are there 4 staffs out of this one? Doesn't look like it, but Puck's just doing good AoE damage. Still, everyone's alive. The mech just healing them up. Slack's BKB and Shadow Dance here, but he's going to be forced to pounce to the high ground. Only barely stays alive, and he's not going to.
And Dagon 5. Yeah,
Zip zap.
That's it.
That's your song initiation into 2... Like, the cogs traps the 2 supports, and they can't even kill the supports. That's just straight up GG.
Yeah, his Spectre still has Aegis, by the way. So.
Yeah. Now Black's dead as well.
Black's dead. Yeah, you can just call it GG. It's nothing to do with it.
Dagon. Oh man.
They have absolutely no chance at this stage of the game. Yeah. Absolutely 0 chance.
Puck dodges cold feet, and yeah, it's over. So CIS, they're now 0-3 in the summer qualifiers. They're likely not to advance to the main tournament for the Summit Asia.
Yeah, it's just a sad game for CIS. they have a really sad day. I mean, Black probably just was thinking of trying to solo carry the team, but you don't do it just by completely ignoring it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, I suppose, I think it's some communication issues. After all, Black is not exactly fluent in Mandarin, so I think there's still some communication issues, even though he's trying hard to learn the language.
Yeah.
But once again, we just have to congratulate DT. They have one solid game plan and just stick with it. It's not flashy, it's not anything special, but they're good at it. They're good at executing it. So yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta give them props.
I think it, like you say, it's always a very strategic win for them, and now they're 3-2 here. This is a 3-day qualifier with like 5 best of ones each day. I figured like, okay, it's going to come down to the last game to decide who goes through, but after day 2, New Element are 3-0, HGT are 3-0, and DT have played all their matches. They're 3-2, so those three, at least 2 of those 3 teams will advance. The only team who has a chance to advance is Tong Fu, who's 1-2, so they could theoretically tie DT at 3-2. But Speed Gaming and CIS 0-3, both those 2 teams are already knocked out on end of day 2, so...
I thought it was a bit surprising, actually, is thinking that CIS just beat Newbie 2-0 a few days ago. So
was that a fluke, I guess, or what happened?
I don't know. I think it's maybe just Newbie playing a lot worse, CIS having more motivation to just play against the big names, I suppose, and more constant. It's very weird. I can't really explain it. I mean, then again, Dota is not exactly logical in a way. Just some teams can just beat each other, apart from DK, because DK just beat everybody else. But
it's one of those bad positions to be in, though. Like, what's almost, I don't know if it's a mentality thing, but if it is, it's like a bad mentality to have where you play better and you perform against the big name teams, but you don't beat teams like these. Like for CIS, it's one thing to be able to beat Newbie every now and then, but if you can't regularly beat teams like Dreamtime, New Element, you're never going to make it as a tier. Like, you're never going to become a tier 1 Chinese team. You need to be beating these teams on a consistent basis. So, I don't know what it is. I think, like you say, a lot of it is the communication issues, though.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, Black was in a fairly sour mood when I asked him, so I don't think it's going well at the moment for the team. Maybe it's just a temporary thing, but we hope that they get their stuff together again. They did beat DK, I still remember, 1-0 before DK went to Starlighter with Black's Pudge. That was a really, really exciting game to watch, actually. But you know, there's stuff like this happens, and I don't think DK were taking the game particularly seriously.
No, it was a best of one that wasn't all that important, and it was just a group stage match. But for Black's team, they need to look to bounce back at some point. But for now,
they really need to. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Tongfu, I don't really have high hopes for them, to be honest. And
they've got a tough day tomorrow. They're versing HGT as well as CIS. So if they lose to HGT, they're out. Basically, they've got to win both those 2 matches to stay alive in the summit.
HGT and New Element, have they played each other yet,
no,
or are they playing tomorrow?
They're playing tomorrow.
Okay.
So that'll likely... I mean, the seeding actually doesn't matter because... Actually, no, the seeding does matter because when we come to the actual main event, it's going to be a 8-team double elimination bracket, so it could affect who you go up against in each round. So seeding's kind of important. But I think HGT should crush NE. I don't... Honestly, even though NE are 3-0, I haven't been super impressed by their play. They just seem to be capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes, and I feel against more polished... HGT is not a super perfect team, but I feel like they're going to struggle against them. Personally, at least.
I think so. I think ZSMJ is just... He has so much experience going into the game. It's so difficult to win against a team with a carry player like that. Like, you can say what you want, but this guy is a legend. So... just if you give him an early game advantage, you see what happens. What he did with Lycan, he just knew exactly what to do, how to win the game. It's not about individual flashy plays. He just has a good strategic mind overall. So, NE, they're going to be hard pressed to win against HGT. So I do agree with you. I think HGT are definitely the favorites.
Okay. Well, that does it for today. Slash, big thanks for joining me. Great to hear your voice on a cast. And
thank you very much indeed. Yeah, I was happy. I had some spare time today and just saw you solo casting, and Black was also in the game, so I was like, yeah, might as well just join them and flame him a bit during the cast. So,
Black and ZSMJ, like you were casting ZSMJ way back in the Dota 1 days, so
I was, yes, I still remember casting him when he was still playing for LGD actually. So it's some really old school stuff going on, but in completely different teams and completely different settings. So But it was good fun. Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, no problem, Slash. We'll see you another time. I'll talk to you about some more casting maybe later on. But guys, that's Slash who's joining me. For those of you who don't know him, he's a old school Dota 1, Dota 2 caster, and I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit. If you want to support me, follow me at BTS Gods on Facebook as well as Twitter, and be sure to show your support to Slash in the Twitch chat. He doesn't have a Twitter, at least not yet. Maybe one coming soon. But guys, that does it for today. The summit will continue tomorrow with the Chinese pre-qualifiers. The final day, we've got 4 teams still in the running for 3 spots with HGT, New Element, as well as Tongfu and Dreamtime fighting over those 3 spots. So tune in tomorrow, same time. Things will be getting off early at 11 p.m. PST. I think that's like 2 or 3 p.m. Singapore time. So tune in tomorrow, guys. Big thanks for tuning in. You can head on over to the Beyond the Summit 1 channel. There's a best of 5 between Titan and Execration going on for the inaugural if you want to watch some more Dota 2. But for now, the Summit chase tomorrow.